if we look about, if we think about, if we research about UNSDG 4, it's very easy to understand with the idea of sustainable development. The sustainable development goal leads to sustainable economy, sustainable society. That's why UNSDG 4 leads to quality education. How can we say that? How can we lead that? The quality education. How can we be able to impart the quality education to all? As per the guidelines, suggestions of United Nations, if we will provide our quality education, if we provide the education, quality education to all, quality education to everyone, no gender discrimination, no discrimination related with the socioeconomic conditions. That's why after that, we can be able to say that we are providing, we are imparting the quality education. Quality education to everyone can be able to lead to include for the inclusion of digital education in our society. As you have already expressed my and throw some light related with my credentials and contributions of democratization of education. If we look upon the democratization of education, that's why after that we may go through, we may understand about our country has very distinct kind of geoclimatic socioeconomic conditions. As we know that we have the various or a distinct kind of diversified kind of socioeconomic conditions in our society, as well as the geographical conditions. No one can be able to compare our idea, our extension of education towards the eastern, northeastern part of our society, towards the western part of society, or education system, or a Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh, or the southern coastal part of our country. But if we look upon the Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047, as a teacher, as the stakeholders, as a faculty member, as a scholars, if we look upon the Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047, we have to inculcate with the basic idea of digital education in our education system. After that, we can be able to say that and to prove that we are providing the quality education to all with the inclusion of digital education in our day-to-day activity or in the academic institution. We have already discussed, we have already faced the challenges related with the imparting of our quality education to all the learners, towards the all the stakeholders during the COVID-19 situation. But as a teacher, as a faculty member, as a scholar, we have already proved, we have already showcased our best efforts towards the reach out to every learners with our quality of education. We believe in equality in education. We believe in equity in education. And that's why I would like to invite you all, please come and join the digital education revolution in our country. As we look upon the NEP 2020, we may be able to find out the basic idea, the suggestions and recommendations by the government of India, that we will be able to include digital education in our education system. We can be able to prove that we are imparting the quality education to everyone. There cannot be any restrictions to impart and to reach out to every learners of our society. After that, we can be able to say that the equality and equitable education to all. And I do believe that if you will include the digital education in our system, in our education system, we can be able to reach out each and every strata of our society. As discussed with the, as stated in a very short span of time, Professor Dr. Dilip Kumarji, founding Vice Chancellor, they said and they stated about SDG and the distance and the internet speed. I do believe that in a near future, we can be able to find out our ways to reach out every strata of our society. We can be debate over the data speed, Wi-Fi speed, and to reach and to infrastructure to provide and to reach out every learners of our society. But we do not have any other option other than to inclusion of digital education in our education system. That's why I would like to request you all, please come forward and join the digital education revolution in our country. I would like to conclude. I do believe that in the near future, I can be able to reach and to be there in a person in your very prestigious institute affiliated college of our university, of our Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, so that we can be able to discuss on many things on a more upon the same topic. But now I would like to conclude with a final remark that Dr. Ajay Gupta ji is there. I can see Professor Sachin Mangala ji, Professor Gagandeep ji, many of the professors from UK, Canada, Director General from Economic Council of India, and the many faculty members, scholars that they have been, I do believe that they have been presented their best of its knowledge, understanding, experience in 7th, 8th, and 9th of August to be in this very prestigious and contemporary seminar. Near future, I will be there in front of you, in person with you, so that we can be able to discuss more into the digital education inclusion in higher education, more into the global circular economy, more into the sustainable innovation. And I do believe that if we talk about the innovative idea related with the education, sustainable development, or a knowledge economy, we have to accommodate, we have to include the digital education in our system so that we can be able to prove our quality education. We have to prove our commitment towards the betterment, better society, commitment towards the civil society. Thank you all for providing me this opportunity. And I feel great honor to be the part of this very prestigious seminar, a very contemporary topic. Thank you. आप सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मुझे आमंत्रित करने के लिए बहुत बहुत आभार आप सभी का
Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful address. I am sure the audience would have got some very valuable takeaways from the address. May I now request Dr. Dilip Kumar M to present the valedictory address. Dr. Dilip, are you there?
Yes, can you hear?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you.
First of all, I feel sorry that I have requested for your time because I have some meeting, and you can understand in our country, we are, as a professor, as a teacher, we are a multitasker for various issues in the same time. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Durgesh sir, it's my pleasure. It's my great pleasure to have an interaction with you. And namaste from Africa. And I'll be in touch with you. Definitely, I'll be in touch with you in future. And hopefully, I will come and meet you directly one day. Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you. So without wasting so much of time, everybody is waiting, and it is getting evening hours late. But in Africa, it is hardly 12 o'clock afternoon. All right, so that difference is 4.5 hours. So I'm talking to you in afternoon, and you are listening to you in evening hours. So without making any kind of further this one, let me have my presentation today. This is totally connected to what I would say, connecting to business innovation and business transformation. I'm aligning my topic to clearly to the topic which is envisioned by this BCIPS 12th National Conference, which is connected to business transformation, sustainable innovation, and connecting to circular economy. Durgesh sir already has mentioned about it, connecting to social sustainable innovation, all kinds of things. So I'm trying to touch that. But before I go ahead, let me thank Aparna Madam, the director of BCIPS, and the Guru Govind Indraprastha University, who is with which the college is existing. And special thanks to Niti, Dr. Niti, and everybody, those who exactly have given me an opportunity to talk to you today. And without wasting your time, I'll be moving towards my short presentation. If I'm going 5 minutes here and there, be pardoned with me. Why? Because this knowledge should be imbibed to everybody, those who are in the field of any sector, whether it is climate research or it is any kind of social or science or STEM or any way, it should be connected, because it is leading to business transformation issues and likewise, which is connected to sustainable innovation. So when you talk about business transformation, it's all about a changing market dynamics. You have seen that during the COVID-19 period, the entire business models of many sectors have changed. But the most important aspect for any organization is staying competitive and fulfilling evolving customers' needs, with which the financial growth is lying. This is exactly we need to understand. Ultimately, they have to go for the financial growth that is satisfying the customer's needs. And the customer's needs, if you don't satisfy, you cannot be competitive in the market. So we need to adapt continuously the market change. So clear vision, execution, and stakeholders are very important aspect for business transformation. So when you look upon a business transformation, it's a synthesis basically. It's connected with strategy of the organization, how to be relevant and resilient in the turbulence of different kinds of volatility in the VUCA period, and a lot of changes in the procedures, reshuffling of organizational structure, system, policies, importance of innovation. You know that, as it is mentioned by Durga Prasad sir, Durgesh sir, exactly that digitalization, all these things are the buzzwords of this particular economy. Ultimately, it should gain you financial enhancement. So the question we have to ask ourselves, why this business transformation is needed? Basically, it is improving the efficiency of business operations, enhancing the productivity connected with whatever the service or the product-oriented sales or distribution which is happening, and leading to the growth opportunities. Of course, we need a transformation, continuous transformation is needed. So in order to be relevant in market, we need to change the business operations. We need to look at where the cultural elements are changing. We need to look at internally within the organization, which are the process to be changed or enhanced, or with the support of different technologies, how we can move with that. And finally, that is leading to different types of organizational structures like network-based, hybrid-based, ambidextrous organizations, and likewise different types of experimentation we have to make. So when you look at on different business transformation, aligning with this conference, let me share a little more about it. It consists of the digital transformation connected to business. It involved the business process transformation. Majority manual operations are moving towards more technology-driven, IT-driven operations. So process is very important. Understand the business process and converting that into digital mode is the task waiting for leadership as well as the operational managers. Cultural transformation. Of course, people were not ready to accept any kind of IT technologies, and likewise now they are fully adopting. Instead of working in organization, they prefer to work at home. So organizational transformation is happening. More virtual organizations are coming up. Online platforms are moving up. So there is a need for management transformation. But when you look upon digital transformation alone, 2024, the consult report clearly indicate that artificial intelligence and machine learning, data piracy and governance, multi-cloud strategies, sustainability challenges, augmented reality and virtual reality. These are the platforms, these are the transformation trends of 2024. So when you look upon the artificial intelligence, look at where exactly, which region is having most gain in AI. China, 26.1% of GDP, that is 7 trillion USD is exactly the revenue connected with that AI. But when you look upon America, which is far away, it is 14.5% alone. But when you look upon more connected to our Asian, developing or developed Asia countries, it is just 10.4%. It means that adoption is still going on and it needs to be more and more. But it is almost double and more in comparison with China. All right. So when you look upon artificial intelligence market size, reach around 700 million USD in 2023, but it has having a prediction of 3,935.5 million by 2028. But a growth rate of CAGR, 33.28%. But the expenditure in India has surged 109.6%. That is around 665 million. That is in 2008 too. If you ask me now, it has gone up like anything. It has moved to almost the potential to move to around 500 billion. So when you look upon the data piracy and privacy and governance aspects. So why these data privacy and governance needed? Because we need to get rid of tons of paperwork, moving towards more paperless work. But at the same time, when you move towards the cloud activities and like this, the chances of data stealing, or it can be stolen or it can be misused, that issues are going up like anything. So changing a traditional platform is easy, but ensuring the security connected with the cyber platforms, that is another issue. So according to the research by Statista, the revenue of the data security market worldwide is expected to reach 6.04 billion in the end of 20. You can see that 2024, I'm talking mid of 2024, talking about. It might have crossed most probably 7 billion. So multi-cloud strategy, another trend of transformation. Why it is needed? Because it provides privacy. It provides the security and the protections, and a lot of diverse applications with which vendor lock avoidance and all cloud optimization possibilities are there. So when you look upon the market trend, according to Grand View Research, it was valued 8.03 billion in 2022, and in 2023, 9.94 billion market. So the transformation you can see connected to multi-cloud management market. So a lot of companies like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, that means Google Cloud Platforms, they're all into this business market. At the same time, most important thing is that when you have to adopt a private cloud, so you need to be very careful on all kinds of data issues, privacy issues, and likewise. But there is a need for dedicated cloud infrastructure, and it is provided by a third party. So that is one of the things we need to take care of. So when you look upon the another trend, augmented reality and virtual reality, they're taking the business world by storm. A lot of medical professionals, that means take an example of the operations which are happening across, that they're with the support of augmented realities and virtual realities. Retail platforms, Amazon, everybody, they're into trainings and like this. Everybody is using the VR and AR platforms. And specifically take into consideration tour operation strategies, tour operators, and likewise. You don't have to go to Switzerland to see what are the things available in Switzerland. With the support of VR and AR, you can see everything sitting at home before you reach up to the particular world to see that particular place. So these kind of platforms are going up like anything. So many retail organizations showcase their products through virtual spaces and likewise. So the Statista report of 2023 clearly indicate the trend, once again, the transformation towards what you would say AR and VR strategies adopted by retail market, that is 32.1 billion US. When you connect all these things with sustainability, that is another term coined by this amazing conference. What is this all about? It's a balance between technological advancement and environmental sustainability. Business transformation, yes, you cannot stop it at all. It will be moving ahead. Economy has to move on. So definitely adoption is needed, technology. But when you adopt the technology, how it is impacting the environment, that is exactly the issue. So there is a growing need to incorporate sustainable practices. So when you look upon energy efficient hardware and like servers, networking equipments, that all to minimize the carbon footprint specifically too. So there we required a software solutions, multiple software solutions for that. So in order to achieve that sustainability goals, we have to look into options of energy efficient hardwares. So that is to be connected to CSR. So look at Apple. Apple aims to have its entire supply chain and product life cycle carbon neutral by 2030. This is the change exactly Apple is envisioning. So when you look upon this, all these business transformation and sustainability things we need to connect with a circular economy. What is all this about? When you connect with linear economy, there the profit is most important. Profit, profit, and profit. No concern for environment, no concern for people, no concern for planet. So raw materials are collected and transferred into products, conversion into products. They're not looking into the design, end products, no. They just want to use it and discard it and make it as a waste. So who is inventing waste? We people are inventing waste. Waste is also the byproduct of the design of industrial organizations when they produce the products. When they design it in such a way that there is less waste, there's with less waste only. But the problem lying with us is that the industrial designers are designing the products in such a way that creation of the waste a lot. So that is leading to no way it is not connected. It is connected to ecological footprints and likewise. They don't consider. So take the raw materials, make it, consume it, and throw away. But when you look upon the circular economy, there exactly lies the importance. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and finally, is it possible that, what you would say, the produced one, after certain days of usages, can you redesign it? This is exactly the question we need to answer. That is recycle, reuse, reduce, and finally redesign. Sorry. So when you look upon circular economy rhetoric, we need to have a reality check. I'm not criticizing this concept, but I'm trying to look at a kind of a probing approach. So the thing is that the global economy is still wasteful. Entire global economy is wasteful. You're talking about business, you're talking about a lot of things, but still it is into wastefulness. Let us have an idea about it. The circularity gap report, 8.6% of the world economy only in a circular economy, means that almost 90% and above economy, global economy, still into the traditional mode of linear economy. And they are producing the products and finally turn to be the waste. So the turbocharged climate change, all these things are not going away. And when you look up the greenhouse gas emission, GHG, look at UK data. It is almost equivalent to all GHG greenhouse gas emissions of UK. That is connected to single-use plastics that year about 500 million ton. So that's what I'm taking the term global economy is still wasteful. When you look upon which energy sector more electricity and heat are creating more issues in comparison with other sectors. Of course, transportation also, because supply chain is depending on that. And it is connecting to construction now. So when you look upon many aspects, we can tell that our economy, global economy, is still wasteful, especially sitting in the African continent. I can easily tell that the industries are not doing things properly. Then, when you connect with emissions that are produced by oil and gas petrochemical industries, more and more environmental issues are happening. And issues connected with the regulation, nobody following the regulations. And there is less corporate. Why? Profit, 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 and linear economy aspects. So there is more single-use plastic than ever before. So this rhetoric we need to get into consideration. Global economy is still wasteful. You look, 40% of tires end up in landfills or unidentified sites. And we are not able to make it once again, recycle it and reuse it to ensure reductions in the carbon emissions. So if you look upon greenhouse gas emissions, which country or which continent is more into that in 2024? China is exactly the number one, around 10,667 metric ton of green gas house emissions. And United States, you can see the second. India turned to be the number third. Russia, Japan, Iran, all are coming into the picture. So another rhetoric is that don't let the perfect be the enemy of good. So the thing is that firms are finding it much harder to implement these linear economy concepts, or sorry, circular economic concepts. The current economic and regulatory frameworks are not sufficient enough to implement the circular economy or the PPP concepts and likewise people, planet, and all kinds of things. You cannot implement that. So the complexity is a challenge to achieving the circular economics, regulations, policies, implementation, government, everybody. We don't have any choice at all. We don't have any choice now. Another issue is connected to recycling is failing to scale at a rate than cope with the growth in consumption. Recycling is not happening. We're talking about circular economy, reuse, all kinds of things. But recycling to produce a new product is not happening. Specifically, take into consideration of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola brand is struggling to source recycled plastic at a reasonable price. This is struggling, except this particular company is struggling. And they're going to miss the target by 2025. The plastic packaging to convert it into bottles and papers and likewise, they're struggling now. So a failure to close the loop on the production and use of materials or products will hit bottom lines. So in this case, reducing the waste and reusing, repairing, refurbishing materials and the products, these are the things to be done, but it's very difficult to implement. A failure to retrieve and valuable raw materials is another issue. So energy prices, continuously moving up and down, and likewise, specifically taking into consideration of oil. So when you look at these all rhetoric, it's very difficult to move with circular economy. And people don't have the habit and attitude and the values connected with circular economy. And people are still into profit. So business transformation is difficult because the management and the leaders are not committed enough to change it. So if you look upon the top 5 business challenges in implementing circular economy, no recycling technology, fear of losing customers. If they adopt circular economy, they fear that the companies fear that they may lose customers. No local regulations, no business model, new models, and high investment cost on circular. So when you look upon lack of efficient recycling technology, you look what are the issues it is creating: destructive effects, bioaccumulation, oxygen deprivation, oil spills, polymers. These are all required a proper attention. Organizations are struggling to recycle because there is no efficient recycling technology to move on. So it's finding even the new startups finding it difficult to scale up their business process with the support of this concept of circular economy, because they need profit. Additionally, startup scouting, another obstacle in business models and likewise. So another issue is fear of losing recurrent customers. They're not ready to adapt to change of circular economy. And they don't want to change the consumer's interest towards disposable and the changes from the non-disposable to disposable concepts. They're not ready. So the replacement of such plastic with the glasses or paper, that's not considering at all. So here, another issue, no proper implementation of localized regulations, eco-friendly waste management, local governance and regulations, proper involvement and contribution of many stakeholders, increasing disparity between the haves and the have-nots, and the rich and the poor, the industrial continent and non-industrial, and very underworld sector of society. Laws are made easier, even if regulations are made that easier to violate it. So when you look upon this one, no proper understanding of the emerging business models connected with circular economy. So consumers, specifically taken to fashion and textiles, consumers are still unsure about ownership or show reluctance to reuse. Take an example, if I wear a jeans, after 1 year, the jeans is get a little bit dilapidated and trying to, they don't want to use it or they don't want to reuse it. Give it to the company back, recycle it, make it as a new product. Or the company can lease. I'm going to give you many examples. This kind of recycling is happening across the globe. And there has not been proper education to the consumers connected to reusability of the clothes. So what is happening? It's very simple. Companies still want their consumers because consumers have the money. The money is leading to profit, flowing back. Once again, money, linear economy, still not going to what you would say circular economy. So when you look upon high investment cost, this is another aspect with which the companies are not ready to go for any kind of business transformation model connected with circular economy. So require a change in how products reach the potential customers, very important. Consumers throw away the container, which then ends up in some landfills and it is creating problem to environment. So we need to have a change in habit also. Change in habit need education. Education connected to industrial, what you would say, marketing campaigns and all kinds of things which they are doing. So majority firms are reluctant to tie up with such organization to reuse. That is another issue. They can. After having the Coca-Cola in the tin and likewise, they just throw in the land and likewise it's lying over there without having any degradation or dematerialization. So recycled products will become the new normal. That is to be absurd. Take an example, the way we are talking about COVID-19 and likewise the new normal situation. Of course, virus is lying near to us. Maybe it is in your body also, but still we have to live. That is new normal. The same thing is applicable here. We need to, of course, recycle. That means the waste products are available nearby, but we have to live with recycled products exactly. So when you look upon that particular context, I'm leading you to sustainable innovation. The difference between sustainable innovation and disruptive innovation is that sustainable innovation believes in promoting long-term solutions, creating positive impacts on the future well-being, building upon existing technologies or systems, emphasizing gradual improvements, and promoting long-term solutions. If that's the case, which are the 7 top sustainable innovations driving the circular economy? Let's have this idea about it. Food waste converted into fibers for textiles, another business model. New healthy probiotic drink is made from soy pulp. Repurposed plastic waste creates reusable building bricks. Single axis wind turbine generate energy for apartments block. Look, the key figures, resource efficiencies and likewise. These are all the new models bringing up connecting to circular economy. So which are the best 10 brands embracing the circular economy then? I'm not telling that we are not successful in penetrating to the thought process of consumers, but we are. Some of the best brands, I'm talking around 10 brands into circular economy. Look, Patagonia, the Born Wear program. These companies exist in 1986 onwards. They encourage consumers to repair, reuse, and recycle their garments. They are into their apparel industry. Their repair services address any damage or clothing, whatever the way they thrown out, any damage to the clothing. There is a trade-in option. Customers are provided with store credits, and the thing is that they can get it back and prolong the lifespan of the. That means you give that particular product to this company, and the company will take it, and you will be giving either as a lease or you'll be giving a second-hand clothes to wear it. A lot of options are coming with Pentagon. So Born Wear program, they are exactly trying. Second, IKEA. You may be knowing India also having this company started. Swedish home retail company. They're working with the 3 main commitments: take back program, circular services, and sustainable materials. When you look upon the take back program, if you use certain furniture at your home after purchasing from IKEA, you can return their furniture to be either repurposed or recycled, helping to promote a circular economy. Get it back to IKEA. Allow the customers to rent items also or buy refurbished furniture from IKEA. Encourage sustainable shopping habits. And so whatever the materials, that means backward integration, when you look upon that, FSC certified wood and recycled plastics they are using. They have a lot of circular hubs. You can see when you go to IKEA. So when you look upon Unilever, all products use sustainable ingredients such as ethically sourced palm oil. Pledge to reduce packaging waste by 2025, while also establishing recycling program and increase education. A lot of brands, a lot of products, chain of products connected with Unilever. Look at Accenture. They partners with MasterCard, Amazon Web Services, Everledger, Mercy Corps to advance circular economic concept in supply chain. It includes financial inclusion, promote sustainable practices, and empower consumers. By 2025, all their products, Accenture pledged it, of plastic packaging will be reusable, recyclable, and finally compostable. This is their pledge. And H&M, fashion giant, they're also into the reducing waste, sustainable practices. Return the used clothing for recycling and repurposing. H&M also practicing that. Utilizing the materials like organic cotton, recycled polyester for their clothes. So they're also into the circular policies, care and repair, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. So when you look upon another company, Interface, they are into carpet making, adopting a closed loop manufacturing. That means designs are connected with the end, and it's not dying there. It's once again coming back for recycling. So end of their life cycle, collected and recycled into new products. Interface is specifically into that, the carpets. So when you connect with HP, the company, incorporating circular practices, nearly 2 decades, used ink cartridges. In recent years, the company has further intensified recycling efforts, launching the world's first monitor, entire PC made from ocean-bound plastics. It's the first company. And overall goal is to become net zero by 2040 with 100% renewable energy. You know this. HP uses recycled cooking oil to cook up a green laptop in its push for sustainability. So another company, Trust Trace, they're also into raising awareness in the supply chain, raising awareness about individual responsibilities. And they already attracted over 10,000 users, and they earned the label of prestigious Solar Impulse. A lot of new movement happening with the different companies. Last company, 10th company, I'm giving you one example, Mergine. Recycled the denim to make new pairs of boots. Customers can lease for just 10 USD per month. You can get recycled jeans to wear it. I don't know whether it has reached to India, but it is happening across the globe now, specifically into developed countries. To participate in the Mergines program, customers can send in an old pair of jeans and receive their first month of leasing for free. If you give the jeans back, used one, the first month they will give you a free one to continue that habit, to imbibe that habit. All right, the denim, Mergines. So in this context, I'm going to finish off my short plenary session with you. Sustainable business, transformation, and the edge towards circular way. So when you look upon the business model, sustainable business models and circular business models, there are 3 concepts coming. Business models are available, 90% having that. Moving towards sustainable business models. This is most important thing, where you have to adopt majority people, planet, process, all process connected with that. And that is leading to a circular business model, taking care of the environment, taking care of where we are exactly living for the sake of the future generation and likewise. So you can see the sustainable business models coming up. So strategies connected with circular economy is reuse, rethink, reduce, which is the 3-1 connected to smart products use and manufacture. But when you extend lifespan, if you want to extend lifespan products and parts, reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, and repurpose. But if you consider useful application of materials, please consider recycle and recover. These are the strategies in a circular. Last but not least, the WISE pivot provides a roadmap for the transition to a circular business, in which one, transform the existing value chain to remove the waste, reduce the value erosion, and drive investment capacity. Then grow the, what you would say, core business in accordance with the offerings coming from that, the process, the operational policies, and likewise. Then last, invest in disruptive growth opportunities. If you consider the transformation of business, of course, what is most important thing is a reach towards circular economy is a bold leadership. Align your business model to a unique purpose. Sustainable execution. Drive action by integrating sustainable execution deep into your organization. Everybody should follow that SDG God 17. They should, at least, which are the one connected to them, follow that pattern and align the stakeholders. Most important thing is not just customers alone, industry, customers, employees, all dealers, suppliers, everybody involved in this process of business transformation. So there also the involvement needed. And that's all exactly required for changing the business models. And ultimately, it is reaching to sustainable transformation of business. And that's all from my part today. Thank you for invitation, BCSIP. I hope thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dilip sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining us virtually. I hope the audience will agree that it was a very, very practical, insightful, and engaging session. Thank you. We are really grateful for your presence, sir. Thank you very much. May I now request Ms. Anit Kaur, member of the conference team, to present the valedictory note and announce the results of the Best Paper Award for Track 2 and 3. Thank you so much, Tanushree ma'am. As we conclude our conference, it is a moment to reflect on the insightful discussions, innovative ideas, and valuable connections made over the past 3 days. The valedictory session is an opportunity to celebrate our collective achievements and acknowledge the contributions of everyone involved. So before we say goodbye to all our participants and wish them luck for their future endeavors, let us look back at the conference, which lasted over 3 days from 7th to 9th August 2024 and featured a pre-conference workshop in online mode held in the morning of a day prior to the first day of the conference, that is on Wednesday, 7th August 2024, on the theme Role of Literature Review and Statistical Techniques in Publication to High-Impact Journals. This insightful session was expertly led by Dr. Rajneesh Ratan, a distinguished professor from Gopal Narayan University and former professor at the Royal University of Bhutan. Dr. Ratan's workshop set a high standard for the conference, enriching our understanding and sharpening our skills. The session, which was of a 3.5 hours duration, started at 10 a.m. and was attended by both internal and external participants. The session was anchored by Ms. Tanushree and Ms. Taru. The technical team was coordinated by Dr. Chitra, John, and Ms. Himani. The session featured an illuminating presentation by Dr. Rajneesh Ratan, who generously shared his extensive expertise on the significance of a comprehensive literature review. Dr. Ratan emphasized that literature review is an indispensable component of a research process. He highlighted that a well-conducted literature review is crucial for identifying gaps in existing research and formulating precise research questions or hypotheses. In addition to literature reviews, Dr. Ratan also highlighted the essential role of statistical tools in research. He demonstrated how statistical techniques are indispensable for analyzing data and drawing meaningful conclusions. Dr. Ratan's comprehensive approach to both literature review and statistical techniques have provided us the tools necessary for high-impact research. The session ended with a vote of thanks by Ms. Swarnika, faculty member, Conference Organizing Committee. After acknowledging the presence of the director, the delegates, and the students, she expressed her gratitude towards Dr. Rajneesh Ratan for sharing with the participants his invaluable inputs
opinions, and insights regarding both literature review and statistical methods. Then the first day of the conference was held in offline mode at Chandiwala Estate, Kalkaji. The events of the day started on time with Ms. Tanushri and Ms. Taru welcoming delegates and guests for the session. After invoking the blessings of Goddess of Learning, Ma Saraswati, the program began with the welcome address by Dr. Aparna Mishra, our director, BCIPS. In her welcome address, the director expressed her happiness about the fact that BCIPS got the privilege of hosting distinguished experts and veterans and thought pioneers who will share their insights and experiences on circular economy, sustainable innovations, and business transformation. She called upon all the participants and encouraged them to be prepared to be challenged, inspired, and motivated by the insightful deliberations through panel discussions and paper presentations. The director said that circular economy is not just an option, but a necessity for the future of our industries and our planet. She highlighted recent trends which showed a significant shift in how business perceived their role in sustainability and reflected a broader movement towards integrating sustainability into core business strategies. She also emphasized upon the recent global summits in various countries, such as World Future Energy Summit in Abu Dhabi, Economist Impact Energy Transition Summit in London, and many more, wherein they have also reinforced the urgency and potential of business transformation. The director moving forward said that this conference is not just an exchange of ideas, but also a call to action. She, on behalf of the whole BCIPS fraternity, once again extended a warm welcome to the distinguished guests, delegates, and participants in the audience. She shared her earnest wish that the conference turns out to be catalyst for change, and may her ideas exchanged here today to serve the team to practice sustainability and embrace circular economy. By adding that dedication and commitment to sustainability exemplifies a spirit that will advance the global circular economy, she provided a context to the discussion of the conference. Then our conference was officially declared open by our esteemed Vice Chairman, Sir, Mr. Vipul Gupta ji. His warm welcome set the stage for an enriching and thought-provoking event. Mr. Gupta graciously introduced our keynote speaker, Dr. Saurabh Agarwal, Director General of the Economic Council of India. Dr. Agarwal thanked the organizing team for inviting him to the conference. He congratulated the organizing team for choosing such relevant theme for the conference. He provided invaluable insights into the work of ECI, that is Economic Council of India, a non-governmental and non-profit organization. He emphasized on the ECI's role in fostering economic fraternity and non-violence, which he underscored as essential for building a sustainable socio-economic future. Dr. Agarwal's words resonated strongly with the core theme of our conference, the ECI's commitment to promoting peace economy, economic integrity, discipline, and equality aligns perfectly with the aspirations of the United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals. Following the insightful address by Dr. Saurabh Agarwal, Dr. Taru invited another distinguished guest, Mr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, former director of ICSSR, to the stage. Mr. Gupta expressed his gratitude for being invited to such an insightful conference. He extended his heartfelt congratulations to the Institute for successfully securing a grant from ICSSR to organize this event. He emphasized the competitive nature of the grant application process, with ICSSR receiving thousands of proposals. However, the relevance of the conference and the theme impressed the council, leading to an expedient grant approval within just 48 hours. Mr. Gupta acknowledged the dedication and efforts of Dr. Aparna Mishra, our esteemed director, ma'am, for her consistent engagement with ICSSR throughout the conference planning process. He also commended the entire faculty for commitment to organize such a significant event. Mr. Gupta highlighted the various grant opportunities offered by ICSSR, including those for doctoral programs, postdoctoral fellowships, and research projects. Following Mr. Gupta's insightful address, Ms. Tanushri invited our esteemed guest, Professor Gagandeep Sharma from GGSIPU, to share his perspectives regarding sustainability, who apologized for not being presented physically to the conference, but addressed the audience virtually. Professor Sharma began by expressing his gratitude to the ICSSR for supporting conferences that address critical issues like sustainability. He then delved into the conference theme of business transformation for a sustainable future. Professor Sharma emphasized the need for businesses to align their goals with sustainable development objectives. Following Professor Gagandeep Sharma's insightful presentation, Dr. Taru invited another distinguished academician to the stage, Professor Ravi Chandran, former professor and dean at Jamia Hamdard University, New Delhi, to share his expertise with us. Professor Ravi Chandran delivered a thought-provoking address on the concept of circular economy. He drew fascinating parallels between Asian philosophies of good and bad deeds and the modern principles of circular economy. His insights into the concept were truly enlightening. Professor Ravi Chandran emphasized the significance of achieving a Viksit Bharat by 2047. He highlighted the gap between India's potential and its current global standing. Professor Ravi Chandran advised the audience to develop 3 guidelines for achieving sustainability. He suggested that business should integrate sustainability into their core operations. Additionally, he emphasized the importance of collaborations with governments, NGOs, and other stakeholders. And lastly, he underscored the need for continuous investment in research and development. The inaugural session concluded with a vote of thanks by Dr. Shamsher, the co-convener of the conference. He extended his heartfelt thanks to Sri Vipul Gupta sir for giving them opportunity and resources to organize the conference. He further expressed his deepest gratitude to the chief guest, Dr. Saurabh Agarwal, for his insightful address on sustainability and economic development. Dr. Shamsher also extended his appreciation to the guests of honor, Mr. Ajay Gupta and Professor Gagandeep Sharma, for their valuable contributions to the conference. Furthermore, he thanked Professor Ravi Chandran for his enlightening keynote on circular economy and its relevance to sustainable development. Following the vote of thanks by Dr. Shamsher, the conference transitioned to the technical session 1, focusing on business transformation. The inaugural address for this track was delivered by Dr. Vandana Ahuja, Director of the Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, Noida, who joined virtually. Dr. Ahuja emphasized the critical importance of business transformation in today's rapidly evolving economic landscape. Her keynote provided a strong foundation for the subsequent discussions. To facilitate the smooth flow of paper presentations, Dr. Taru invited Dr. Sheetal Chadda, Associate Professor at JIMS Rohini, New Delhi, and Davinder Sharma, Associate Professor, BCIPS, to serve as session chairs and co-chairs respectively. Dr. Sheetal provided essential guidelines for the presenters, emphasizing the significance of clear and concise presentations that effectively communicate the paper's title, objectives, research methodology, conclusions, and overall presentation with the allotted time. 9 presentations were presented in first round, each offering unique insights into pressing contemporary issues, from the potential of compressed biogas as a sustainable energy solution to the impact of AI on education. The research papers presented a wide range of disciplines. Following the stimulating paper presentations, a dynamic panel discussion on global experience, sharing on sustainable innovation and circular economy was held in a hybrid mode. Moderated by Dr. Kamal Upreti, Associate Professor at Christ University, the panel comprised distinguished experts, Dr. Kamaljeet Kaur, Mr. Dani, Mr. Rumi Tenani, and Mr. David Fox, all from Trials College, Business Technology and Healthcare, Canada. Their insights into the global landscape of sustainable innovation and circular economy provided valuable perspectives and enriched the overall discourse of the conference. The panel discussion was initiated by Dr. David Force, Program Head, Business Trials College, Business Technology and Healthcare, Canada, who presented an overview of Canada's stance on circular economy. He highlighted Canada's unique geographical advantages such as abundant natural resources and low population density, which can be leveraged for sustainable practices. The discussion was taken forward by Dr. Kamaljeet Kaur, Global Business Management Program Coordinator, Trias College, Business Technology and Healthcare, Canada, who in her address had given a comprehensive overview of Canada's efforts in addressing climate change and promoting sustainability. We have been privileged to listen to a profoundly insightful address by Mr. Rumi Tenani, Program Head of Project Management at Trias College, Canada. His expertise in business technology and healthcare has offered us invaluable perspectives on the challenges and opportunities shaping our world. Mr. Tenani, in his virtual address, emphasized the critical role of sustainability in modern business. Building upon the insights shared by Mr. Rumi Tenani, the session was further enriched by the contribution of Mr. Dani, Program Head of Healthcare Leadership at Trials College, Canada. Mr. Dani offered a compelling perspective on the pivotal role of healthcare in achieving environmental sustainability. He understood the link between health and the environment, emphasizing the concept of health equity. A cornerstone of Mr. Dani's address was the importance of collaboration and accountability in addressing these challenges. He emphasized the need for healthcare providers, policymakers, and communities to work together to create a sustainable and equitable healthcare system. Building upon the insightful presentations by Mr. Dani, Dr. Kamal Upreti, Associate Professor at Christ University, skillfully moderated the session and provided a comprehensive synthesis of the key points. Dr. Upreti emphasized that resource conservation and optimal utilization are indispensable components for achieving the sustainable development goals. Dr. Upreti underscored the interconnectedness of economic prosperity, environmental sustainability, and social wealth. He emphasized the critical role of healthcare in promoting public health and well-being while minimizing its environmental footprint. The panel discussion came to a close with a heartfelt vote of thanks delivered by Dr. Nidhi Singh, faculty BCIPS. She expressed sincere gratitude to Dr. Kamaljeet Kaur, Mr. Rumi Tinani, Mr. Dami, and Mr. David Fox for sharing their invaluable insights and expertise on Canada's commendable efforts in promoting sustainability and its role as a global leader in environmental stewardship. The second round of paper presentation commenced following the insightful panel discussion. The presentations covered a wide spectrum of themes. In the realm of technology and business, the impact of artificial intelligence was a focal point. These presentations explored AI roles in optimizing textile supply chains, transformative influence of AI on marketing strategies, and many more. The economic landscape was explored through presentations on the role of small-scale industries in India's economy and a comparative analysis of consumer buying behavior in the beauty industry. Total 17 papers were presented in the conference. The session concluded with a formal ceremony of certificate distribution to all the presenters. Dr. Aparna Mishra and Dr. Shamsher Singh conferred the certificates acknowledging the valuable contributions of the participants. A highlight of the event was the announcement of the Best Paper Award by Ms. Swarnika. The winning paper titled What Drives Foreign Equity Investment to BRICS Economy was presented by Dikshit Yadav from Delhi University. Post the announcement of the Best Paper Award, Ms. Swarnika delivered a heartfelt vote of thanks. She expressed her gratitude to all attendees, the conference team, dignitaries, and the colleagues who contributed to the event's success. On the second day of the conference, the anchors, Ms. Tanushri and Dr. Taru Baswan, welcomed the audience, and then the proceedings began with paying obeisance to Goddess of Learning, Ma Saraswati. Prior to taking blessings from Ma Saraswati, the anchors introduced and welcomed the keynote speaker for the technical session 2, Mr. Kevin Kumar, CEO at Procline Carbon Projects, Carbon Trade, and Climate Investments. Mr. Kumar started by acknowledging the welcome given to him. He talked about the fact that climate change is there, which can be viewed as a challenge or as an opportunity. He shared that his company Procline is trying to avoid reduce remove emissions as a climate company. Climate is an opportunity to invest. It is profitable today, he shared. He further shared with the audience that carbon markets are trading systems in which carbon credits are sold and bought. He highlighted that various national and regional carbon trading systems are operational worldwide. He also shared that India has a target of 1 billion tons of carbon emissions by 2030. Moreover, by 2030, nature-based solutions would account for 65 to 85% of total supply potential with much lower mobilization costs as compared to technology-based removal solutions. Following the keynote address, paper presentations took place. The session was chaired by Professor Monica Arora, Professor, Amity University, Manesar. In all, 15 papers were presented in the session, with 8 from the areas of marketing, 1 from digital marketing, 3 from HR, and 2 from environmental science, CSR, and 1 from economy. The papers covered a diverse set of topics like social media marketing, green bonds, digital transformations, and CSR, green creative leaders, innovations in restaurant kitchens, metaverse, and so on. The session chair, Professor Monica Arora, congratulated the participants for presenting their papers, then shared her observations regarding each of the paper presentations and had a few words of advice for the paper presenters. She touched upon areas like paper title, the uniqueness of the topic, and the research methodology, the use of the statistical tools, and inquired about the number of research papers considered for the research. The technical session concluded with a heartfelt vote of thanks delivered by Ms. Anit, assistant professor at BCIPS and a member of the organizing committee. She thanked the management for the guidance, support, and smooth functioning of the conference. Dr. Shamsher Singh, Associate Professor, MBA Program, and member conference team thanked the session chair, Dr. Monica, for her insightful judgment of the papers and expressed the hope that she would bless her with her presence in the future endeavors. The next technical session started around 1:30 p.m., wherein our anchors introduced and welcomed the keynote speaker for the session, Mr. Matthew, the Deputy Director in Research Division, Organizational Behavior and Leadership in United Kingdom. Dr. Borghi, in his address, spoke on the topic Sustainable Innovation and Circular Economy in the Age of Fourth Industrial Revolution. Dr. Borghi gave an outline of what is meant by the Fourth Industrial Revolution by saying that the Fourth Industrial Revolution is characterized by mobile internet, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. He further shared with the audience the vision, design principles, and the pillars of technological advancements. He explained the role of Industrial Revolution 4.0 as a founding base for sustainability and circular economy. Dr. Borghi then highlighted some case studies to further substantiate his points, which included case studies like autonomous robots and their role in sustainable agriculture, additive manufacturing, which includes 3D printing and recycling sustainability we do it. And this is our collective responsibility to embrace this responsibility for our planet and our future generations. After the keynote address, the anchors welcomed the session chair, Dr. Sachin Kumar Mangla, Professor O.P. Jindal, Global University. Dr. Kumar thanked the director and the organizing committee for the welcome given to him and outlined some general rules for presentation by the paper presenter. In all, 7 out of 13 papers were presented in the session 1 from the area of marketing, 4 from HR, 1 from IT, and 1 from economy. The papers covered a variety of topics which included housekeeping services in hospitals, cybersecurity, cyberspace, ethical and social responsibility, work-life balance, and employee retention strategies. The session chair, Dr. Sachin Kumar, then shared his observation regarding the paper presentations and had a few words of advice for the paper presenters. He congratulated the presenters for their performance. He advised the presenters to discuss their topic in the Indian context. He advised the presenters to utilize statistical tools for literature review. Concluding the technical session, Dr. Nidhi Singh, in her vote of thanks, expressed her gratitude towards Vice Chairman Sir, Mr. Vipul Gupta ji, for his guidance and support, the Director, Dr. Aparna Mishra, for his continuous encouragement and motivation, the keynote speaker, and Mr. Kumar for presiding over the paper presentation session. Following both technical sessions held in online mode, a valedictory session was organized in hybrid mode in room number 202. We had the honor of receiving insightful and inspiring valedictory addresses from 2 distinguished speakers whose reflections and perspectives brought our event to a profound conclusion. The valedictory address delivered by Professor Durgesh Tripathi Sir, Professor at the University School of Mass Communication, GGSIPU, was a compelling valedictory speech that encapsulated the essence of the conference. Professor Tripathi focused on quality education, equity and inclusion in education, and the revolution of digital education in our country. Following Professor Durgesh Tripathi Sir's address, Professor Dilip Kumar M., founding Vice Chancellor, Hensod University, Nigeria, delivered the valedictory address highlighting the theme of the conference, offering deep insights and thought-provoking reflections. The valedictory addresses by Professor Dr. Dilip Kumar M. and Professor Durgesh Tripathi offered invaluable perspectives that brought our conference to a fitting close. Their reflections encapsulated the key discussions and themes of the conference. Finally, before I conclude, I take this opportunity to say that it is a matter of great honor for me to be presented with this opportunity to deliver the valedictory note. I wish all the participating delegates great success in their future endeavors. I do sincerely hope that our students will gain immensely from this conference and this experience, and this exposure will greatly help them to become better management professionals. My sincere thanks to our Vice Chairman, Sir, Vipul Gupta ji, Director, Ma'am, Dr. Aparna Mishra, and the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity. Finally, I'm delighted to announce the recipient of the Best Paper Award. After careful consideration, the award for the technical session 2 goes to Hidyama Dev Verma, Research Scholar, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, for their outstanding contribution on the topic, Marketing Strategy of Airport Lounges and Customer Satisfaction across Indian metro cities and Sentimental Analysis in Airport Fleet and Hospital. And the result for the technical session 3 goes to Dr. Rashika Tabassum, Assistant Professor, GR Bajaj Institute of Management, Greater Noida, for their exemplary contribution on the topic behind the lecture, Demographic Dynamics of Mental Health among Academic Professionals. Congratulations to the winners. Wishing you great and best wishes for your future endeavors. Thank you. Are the winners present here? Fine. So, we want them to speak. Are they there? Both the winners, are they there connected?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, heartiest congratulations to you.
This is Dr. Rashika Tabassum. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Rashida, heartiest congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. It was great work, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Anand, and we congratulate both our speakers, both our winners from both the tracks. Now, we would take this opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of our student representatives who worked hard along with their faculty mentors to make this conference a success. May I call upon our director, Dr. Aparna Mishra, along with our esteemed guest, Ajay Kumar sir, to distribute the certificates, and I would request Neha and Parsi ma'am to please facilitate the process.
Anshuman. Danish Malhotra. Riya Rajput. Ansh Chandan. Ishan Girewal. Aditya Veer Singh. Vansh Raj. Anurag. Shubham Sharma. Jatin Joshi. Varun Mehta. Mahesh Sharma. Palak Chawla. Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much and congratulations, students. Please keep up the spirit. Can you please sit down, all of you? Please sit down. Thank you, and we hope you continue doing the good work. Thank you. So may we now request Ajay sir to share a few words with us. Thank you. Please.
Very happy good evening to all of you. Yesterday I was present at the inaugural ceremony, and now we are closing this ceremony, valedictory ceremony. I have attended many such ceremonies, both valedictory as well as say inaugural ceremonies and other things. But I must say that this was one of the best I have attended. The way in which this whole conference has been organized, and I have seen the participation particularly of the faculty members and students and even the authorities. I mean, it's very rare to see such kind of combination. So I thank you all on behalf of ICSSR because we are also partner in this conference. So we consider it as, I mean, full partner for this conference. So on behalf of ICSSR, I thank you for making this conference a great success. And I hope whether on off screen or on screen, I think our scholars have benefited a lot from this conference. They have learned a lot because the theme of the conference is extremely relevant. Because this is the future of our, I mean, I would say mankind. It's not only for business, simply business transformation, circular economy, but basically our future lies on this only. So since yesterday, I have listened to many, presentations. Today also I have seen, particularly, I think Professor Dilip Kumar has done a wonderful job by, summing up the whole conference. He has summed up the whole conference. So my congratulations to him. Please convey on behalf of to all the presenters. Since yesterday, I'm seeing the presentations, and today, I mean, this valedictory note, I think, was done in a wonderful way. Wonderful way. Okay. And you have summed up everything. I must say that you have got a very good team, Professor Aparna, and you are very fortunate. As I have seen, I have attended many conferences, much better than at university level, central universities level, IIMs. But the way in which this conference has been conducted, let me tell you, very, very powerful, very, very powerful, very, very impactful. And if I would have got other, I would be narrating it to the authorities at ICSSR also, and we are meeting some of them today in the evening. They should know how their money is being spent. I mean, if ICSSR is providing a grant, they should know that how we are making use of that grant. So I think they would be more than happy to see. And we would, I would request Varna madam to just calculate how many beneficiaries were there, whether online or offline. Sometimes we forget to mention, online. And so complete list plus the audience. So let us see how many participants, how many beneficiaries were there. And later on, I know that this would be published in the form of a book. So the best of the papers would be edited, would be examined by the experts. And after being edited, I think they would be published by a lead publisher. So I myself would like to have the copy of the publication. And these copies should be given to ICSSR and all the major stakeholders, just like UGC, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and then Delhi universities nearby, IP University. So they should also know that what kind of work your institution is doing. So they should be aware about that. So the whole purpose is that whatever we are deliberating, that should be disseminated among the stakeholders and even the CIE and other people also. So all these bodies should get FICCI. So all these bodies should get a copy of it. So you can deliver them by post or whatever way you can do that. So basic idea is that, so because these are the things, what is the demand of the future. So when it goes to the policy stakeholders, so they can also get benefit or they can also learn from the outcomes of this conference. And that is the whole idea of providing a grant, so that our stakeholders can be benefited, and that is what our government wants from us. So I think we have fulfilled, we have been successful in fulfilling, I think I must say about 80 to 90% of their expectation. And so I wish that we will come more often together, and we would be organizing more such kind of conferences, workshops together. So once again, I thank you all for making this conference as a great success. And I hope whatever you have learned from this conference, you would start implementing from today itself, right from this moment, because that is the need of the hour. Say right from plastic use, single plastic use, and then environment. So everything, because this is the time when you can implement all these things, and not only in individual capacity, but at your home, at your workplace, wherever you go. With small things, you can make changes. As it was said that recycling of only, I think last week I received a message from Raymond's that if I give them old clothing, they are ready to give some concessions in the new clothing. So I think now many of our lead businessmen, lead industries, corporates, they are already in the process of following all these changes. It's not that they are being followed by developed countries only, but by the developing countries like us. And if we have to become a Vishwaguru, or we have to become Viksit Bharat by 2047, this is the pathway we have to follow. And I think this institution will do a great job in organizing such conferences in the future. We have already talked to the Vice Chairman, sir, yesterday. So we would be meeting more often and then working something for the benefit of our country, for the benefit of our humanity. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajay sir. We are really overwhelmed with your kind words. May I now request Dr. Shamsher Singh, member of organizing committee, to present the vote of thanks, which will be followed by a group photograph in the room itself, and subsequently we will be proceeding for the tea in the cafeteria. And for the students, the arrangement has been made in the foyer at the second floor. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Very good evening to everyone. It's my privilege once again to propose a vote of thanks, and this is the final vote of thanks for the conference. I hope and I understand that the conference requires a lot of planning and a lot of hard work, and I must say that the culmination is a wonderful experience. And this wonderful experience has resulted in a success of the conference. So I must thank all those who are part of the conference, online, offline, and behind the scene, in front of the screen, and so on. Thank you so much. But let me also take this opportunity to thank all individuals one by one. And that's the final thanks. So I'll start with the thanksgiving to our Vice Chairman. Without his support, this conference would not have been planned or would not have been the thing which we have seen today. And as I said yesterday, our director, Dr. Pramishra, and the whole team, the conference team, has been on, I must say, on the lot of engagements, lot of discussion, and lot of things to make this successful. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Nidhi, Aneet, and Swarnika to be the part of the organizing team. Now, my next thanks goes to the team which has been doing comparing for the last 3 days. That is Tanushri and Dr. Tanushri. Next, I'll mention the technical team who has been wonderful in ensuring that a smooth transition from one way to another way and so on, from offline to online, online to offline, and so on. So Dr. Chitra and Ms. Mani, thank you so much. Now, going ahead, you must have seen how the stage was managed. Wonderful. And my thanks goes to Parki and Neha. Thank you so much for ensuring that Everything is planned, including small and minor things. Thank you so much. Now, there is another important team which has ensured that everyone is being welcomed, provided the required things. That is the registration team led by Dr. Suniti and Shruti. Thank you so much. Now I come to the reporters without whom the whole things would not have been presented in the manner which has been done today. And that team is Sonika, Sarika, Jen. Thank you so much. And now I would also place my appreciation and thanks to the team, which is Dr. Devendra Sharma, Jen, who has ensured that the guests are given due recognition and being brought to the venue in the right manner and the right place, and they have been taken care of. So the escort team led by Dr. Sharma, thank you so much, and the whole escort student volume team, thank you so much. Now, there are a number of students who have been with us in many of these events. Thank you so much. I must acknowledge the role played by the technical team volunteers. I can see their smile. Thank you so much. Now, going ahead, the food part, the hospitality. I'm sure everyone must have enjoyed the food, either here or there, or they will also enjoy, which is waiting for them. So the hospitality team led by Dr. Ved and a number of student volunteers who had been a part of it. Thank you so much. And before I conclude, Dr. Vikas and Ms. Renu, who were also the part of the various committees, thank you so much. And now I must thank Dr. Ajay Kumar sir, who had been so much into the conference. As I feel that you are the part of our college itself. Not only the team, sir, I feel that you are the part of the college itself.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your
My
and the whole admin staff and the technical staff, which has been the part of this thing. Thank you so much, and I hope and I wish that in all future programs of any kind, any type, your support will be with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the lovely participants. I hope many such more occasions will come. Thank you very much.